Oh, won't you smile for me, Sarah? If you feel like leaving,
where you going?
You know you can go. But why don't you stay until tomorrow?
But tomorrow, son, you gotta go.
If you wanna be free, hop on. Hey, you know, Sarah can smile, can't she? Welcome back to the Sports Shop. We're getting in big time, man. Just having a great time. D.R. Reese, Kate Matt, breathtaking one, Jay Fritz, MCs behind the glass. We hanging out with Sarah. Smile for real. Are you serious? Give it to me. Come on. It's you and me forever. Sarah. We're getting it in. Man, you know what? Fantastic Funky Friday and Funny Friday. We're rocking and rolling. And the next voice you hear, you've seen on Netflix, you've seen on Chelsea lately, you've seen on so many things, CBS. I mean, just so many big screen, Showtime, small screen, everywhere. And the good thing about it, she knows a little about football because her husband's been involved in that for a minute. We're going to talk about that as well. Give it up for first time on the Sports Shop, Sarah Colonna. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great.
I like this introduction. I like the song. People singing to me. I feel so at home.
You're like, this is nice.
This is nice. I don't want to leave.
Oh, man. So, again, Sarah's going to be at Good Nights Comedy tonight, 7:30 and 10. Tomorrow night, 7:30 and 10. Then on Sunday, 7 o'clock. So you're going to be here all weekend.
Yeah, and Monday's a holiday, so people can go out, right?
That's exactly right.
Sunday night?
That's exactly right.
Do people go out for that for Martin Luther
Well,
King?
not like a, yeah, no, it's not like a, yeah. But I just mean you're off.
Martin Luther King bar hop.
Yeah, they do a pub crawl for it. No, because you have a day off. Is what I mean. Because you don't have to work the next day. You guys probably have to work.
Yeah. We actually going to be at MLK breakfast, broadcasting live from the Sheraton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
RTP right here. So we're excited about that. So it's first time in Raleigh or?
No, I've been here before. It's a great club. I don't know if you guys have been out there.
Oh yeah.
It's so much fun.
We go there all the time.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I love that club.
So when people get there tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday, because they are coming, what can they expect to hear and see from Sarah when they get there?
Zero politics, I'll tell you that.
You said wait for that.
I said, no, it's no fun. It's no fun. I'm like, we hear enough about that. I want people to have a nice time when they go out to a show and not have to hear about anything like that. So I don't know, I like to tell like personal, like stories and things people can relate to, relationships. There's a little football in there since my husband played football for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a little bit stories about things. Yeah.
You're
a
football wife?
I guess I'm a WAG.
Yeah.
WAG.
She said, hey. I got a feeling you probably made the other WAGs uneasy.
They're always very nice to me. I was afraid they were going to be mean to me or something. Yeah. But John's like, no, that's just on TV. Like, they're nice people. Everyone's nice. And they're afraid you're going to make fun of them, so they're going to be extra nice to you. Yeah,
they're like, we don't want to
quiet. Let's be nice to her, so she won't want me. I want to be part of her act.
Right? You do not want to be part of her act.
No, they definitely didn't.
That's pretty cool. That's it. So, without naming any names, because I just like all the dirt. So, what's probably one of the craziest things you've seen in your WAG community that you were like, what in the world?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I've really seen anything too crazy.
Yeah,
it's like you don't really.
So y'all don't interact that much?
No, I mean, I'd see him. We were all in like a suite together for one game in Minnesota. A bunch of us went in together and got a suite because it was like 1 degree outside. So that was like the first time we'd all sat together because you basically get, you sit kind of like in different places in the stadium.
See, I didn't know that. Yeah.
There's one section, but it's sort of like you kind of spread out.
That can be dangerous because you normally want to keep them apart because they start sharing stories and you don't want to.
Reese, you're being messy.
No, I'm not.
Well, no, I watched this. Like, there was a TV show called WAGs, and I was like, they were always like fighting, and they were always on like private jets. I'm like, I'm flying on a Southwest flight. Like, I want the life that I see on TV.
Yeah, that's what WAGs on E.
Yeah, I used to love to watch that.
You're like, wait a minute, this is not how this really works.
I'm like, yeah, no one's pulled my hair. Everyone's nice to me.
Who's your producer?
Yeah.
How did you guys work that out? That's pretty good.
So do you, in your stand-up, do you talk about your experiences any?
I
being
do.
A wife of a football player?
A little bit, yeah. At first, I didn't because I wasn't sure how relatable that stuff can be. But then you realize it's just you're kind of just talking about marriage and just from a different side of it, and it can be, people follow sports. It's not like I'm saying anything that's over anyone's head. So it's not a lot about it, but a little bit for sure, and just about different things that we've experienced. So it's pretty fun.
Do you ever clear like some of the material with maybe your husband or
No, I just let him suffer. Like I just he just finds out when I say it on stage, but he's a good sport. He's a really good sport. Yeah.
I always wonder how that conversation goes when, comedians up there, but they're talking about their life, but like you were saying, the content has to be relatable in some sense.
Yeah.
Whether the family member will know and what they'll think.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where I'm like, wow, I hope my stepsister never comes to see me do stand up. Like there's a couple, because she's gonna be like, wait a second.
That's what you really thought?
Yeah.
You really thought about me like that?
Because I'll be like, my friend,
Wait a minute, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm asking for a friend, I promise.
Yeah.
Man, we have a great time with Sarah Colonna. Again, she's at Good Nights Comedy this weekend, tonight, 7:30 and 10 tomorrow night, same times, and especially so on Sunday, it's at 7 p.m. So it's going to be a fun time. How did you get started in this space, in this business?
I grew up in Arkansas, and I studied theater, and I like moved.
Growing up in Arkansas, I'll give you a lot of material.
I'm sure. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I grew up in a small town in the South, so I got stories for days.
So did I too. So
so that's another fun thing to talk about too. I just always wanted to do it. So I always wanted to do this and acting, and so I moved out to California.
Have you always been funny?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people were surprised when I wanted to do stand-up, so I don't know. So apparently not.
What kind of show?
Well, you made a career.
How am I selling my shows for the weekend? How's it going?
Doing great.
Everyone
doing
coming?
great.
Yeah. No, I think people expect comedians to be like the kind of like class clown, but I think I'm more of like an observer, and then I save it for the stage.
There you go.
Kind of thing.
Doing research.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know for a fact there are some people from Arkansas that made it to the routine.
Oh yeah.
I know for a fact there are a few people like, we saw your show.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, but the first time I did a special, I was like, wonder if my family's gonna watch this.
That's kind of how it was on radio. You say things and you're like, my mom's not listening. And then I realized my mom does listen to the show.
Yeah. And she's like, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom has a very good way of saying, you have such an imagination. Like, she thinks I'm up there making things up. And I'm like, no, I tell true stories. But it's fine. Like, just if you think they're made up, it's better,
Right.
Yeah, it's better for her.
You say, yeah, you're right. Your daughter never did that.
Yeah, exactly. I go, sure, Mom. You just keep that belief.
Michael?
No, again, we're talking with Sarah Colonna. She's going to be at Good Nights Comedy Club this weekend. She's actress, comedian, and a best-selling author.
Yes.
She has two books entitled Life as I Blow It, and her second book, Has Anyone Seen My Pants?
Self-help books, you guys.
And we also understand you're collaborating with Demi Lovato, who's just announced that she's going to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And you're collaborating with her on her memoir.
Yes. Well, we worked together on a memoir for her a couple of years ago, but I'm not quite sure what they'll do with it now since some things have changed for her. So yeah. But she's a great girl. It was really fun to work with her. I was not sure what to expect to she's this huge star and she's younger, but I met her and she's just like the nicest. It was sort of strange to sit there on the couch and like take notes from her and her just be like the nicest girl, and she's just like freckles and looks so young, and you're just like, man, you've been through a lot, like and like and she has a really good attitude about it all. So it was really fun to work with her on that. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen now with the book, but we'll see.
All right. Sounds good. So you've been doing comedy for a while. You've been traveling around. You're NFL, WAG. You've done it all. What's probably, as you travel around, one of the kind of strangest things that you've seen on the road or during the shows or after shows, something like that?
You definitely see some strange things. Probably my most like travel experience that's crazy is going to football games. Is like traveling. Is going
Especially in Philly.
Yeah, well, anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably like as going as a fan to other, you know, like obviously when you're like I would wear my husband's jersey.
Yeah.
And then I learned not to do that in San Francisco. You know, there's some cities where it's just not worth it.
Oakland.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever been into any Panthers games here in Carolina?
I've never gone to a game here, and I've always wanted to. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this time of year you won't be going anyway.
Oh.
Not with the Panthers.
I was a bummer about that, about Luke retiring.
Yeah,
but, you know, but I get it. Like I've seen so many people get those injuries so badly.
Oh, yeah.
So I say good on him for knowing what to do for his health, you know. But I know he was such a great player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't gotten to go to a Panthers game, but I would love to.
All right. Well, come back.
You guys will have me.
Like to watch the team? Just kidding.
Wow,
Jasmine.
Wow, Jasmine.
Really? That's what
Jasmine,
we're
your
doing?
mother is listening.
Shame on you. Shame on you. You ever had to create like the neighbors when they find out your husband's in the NFL? They all of a sudden their whole attitude changes.
Yeah, like they want tickets.
Yeah.
It's
Do you give them tickets to your comedy
it's
shows instead?
yeah, I'm like, here, come see me.
Then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Bring a group
If
with
you
you.
want tickets
Yeah,
to his
yeah,
game,
yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
go see me first.
Bring me a receipt that proves you bought my book.
Yeah,
That too.
there we
And
go.
we'll see.
That's right.
Yeah, people. It's funny how people.
We get ready to go in and score.
Throwing end zone intercept.
And this happens. They
Yeah.
throw him-
It was not fun.
I can imagine that.
No,
was
it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun after. I was like, his whole family was there. We were all together, and I basically was like, I was like, I'm just gonna go get a bunch of alcohol, and we're gonna go to our hotel room,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll talk to you guys, you know, in a
Yeah,
couple days.
exactly.
Like, I don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because they had like a party planned, you know, and our room was kind of next to it, and they still had the party.
Really?
Yeah, because they had like Snoop Dogg was there. Like they had to. They couldn't just cancel the party. So
They
people
still
were-
had the party.
They still had the party, but like nobody went to it. But we could hear, you know,
Yeah,
some
it's
people went, probably family and stuff
Yeah.
people, but I don't think many players
That
really
was a
did.
bummer when that
Yeah.
happened.
Oh yeah. So we're just sitting in the room and we're just like hearing the music, and I'm just staring at John, and I'm just like, this is not fun. This is not enjoyable.
And they're looking at you like, say something funny.
Yeah.
Make me laugh. We need it right now.
That's when I would just be like, look at your ring from last year. Remember when you won
There
last
you
year?
go.
That was good.
What was it, Sheezy?
Starship.
Starship. Okay.
Sarah.
I like that you guys just play Sarah's song. You do that when I'm not here too, don't you?
all the time.
Yeah.
No, this is just for you.
You will now. You'll be thinking of me.
There you go.
She said, yeah, that's not weird.
The voice you hear is Sarah Colonna, and she's rocking with me, K-Mac, and Jay Fritz, and then she's on the glass. Just having conversations about her, little football, a little comedy.
Storms are brewing.
Hey,
I won't sing.
her
from the
name is
stage,
what?
By the way.
Oh, yeah, nice.
No, I have a terrible voice.
You play the flute?
No.
Why?
Yeah, was that random? Where that come
That's a
from?
tweet that says she plays the flute.
Oh, I was talking
really?
about Lizzo because she plays the flute. I
Oh.
love her so much.
Oh,
Oh, they're big fans of Lizzo too.
I went and saw her 2 nights in a row.
you like Lizzo, right?
I love her. Yeah, I went and saw her. Yeah, she's great live. Like, God, she
Yeah,
puts
I'm
on
pretty
such a
sure
show. She's
We
like
had
a-
another radio personality. Like Lizzo came here to Raleigh. I
Yeah.
think it was Raleigh or
Yeah, the red
surroundings.
hat.
Yeah, red hat.
Yeah.
We had a colleague go. Said it was
Nah,
a really good
It's
show.
such a good show. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
she was in LA at this theater where it's probably like the last time she'll play something that was like 5,000 seats, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I went
That's
to
still-
I went 2
that's still
nights in a
pretty
row.
big.
Did we reference some of that song yesterday? We was talking about something.
Why men great till they gotta be
Truth
great.
hurts.
Yeah, no, why men great.
Yeah, why are men great until they actually need to be great?
Well, not speaking to me. I'm great all the time.
I'm an actual personification of
I'm
greatness.
just saying. I'm just saying, since you're going to go there.
I don't know why
I'm
you tried
asking
us.
the $1 million question.
We
here.
rocking Sarah Colonna. She's at Good Nights tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. I got a quick question for you. So, given that your husband is a punter, a professional football player, Has there ever been an opportunity where you guys actually, where they was playing a game in the city and you actually booked the date in the same city?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. I'd actually kind of worked some around it, around the football schedule. Yeah. So I was like, I played in Dallas when they were in Dallas, and then I got to go to the game on Sunday, and so I've done that a few times, and it works out nicely.
Do you tell the audience what's up?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
Hey, my husband was playing the team you guys are playing on Sunday.
And then they just boo you the entire time.
Well, but I do have a way to bring it together because I'm like, but it's okay because he's the punter. So when you guys see him, you're happy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know?
Nice.
Yeah. So you guys can't be mad at him. You're like, oh, no.
Fourth down.
So I'm like, I'm the only person up there cheering for punts, that's on the team.
It's funny. Again, kickers and punters always get excited when they tackle people.
Yeah.
Has he ever came home and said, I'm not this head off?
Lay one out.
I laid one out.
Got one.
Yeah, he's made some good tackles. He's a bigger guy, especially like Marshawn used to make fun of him for being. He would be like, "Okay, calm down with your weights. Like you don't need to show off."
Come on.
Yeah, he's pretty known for being like a very. I'd say he's ripped.
She
said, "I'll say he's ripped."
I'll say he's ripped. Go to my Instagram page if you'd like to see shirtless photos of John Ryan. I'm sure there's some on there.
Don't give him an excuse. He'll get started.
But he did do something special in order to get the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. What happened?
He threw a touchdown pass in the NFC Championship.
A punter do a touchdown pass.
Yeah, it was on a fake field goal. He threw it, and that sparked the. It was against the Packers too.
Oh wow!
Who he started his career with, and they cut him.
Yep.
So he did after he threw the touchdown pass. He did a little discount double check right with the coach. Yeah, it's fun. It's on. Yeah.
Not like a punter they trash talk.
So I kind of want to get into your books.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Has anyone seen my pants? Love the title. What went into it, and what kind of got you into authoring
it's
a
like
book?
a lot of stories about being single in my 30s in there, and not like wild story, more just like what I was sort of going through. So it's definitely not serious, but there's a couple stories in there that are a little more probably serious than others. Yeah. But it was just, I felt like it was relatable for a lot of people, and it was like and then I met my husband while I was writing the book, so it kind of had this like ending of what's going to happen next sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times people will tell me they read the book and then they Google to make sure we're still together. They're like, I didn't want you guys to break up.
Gotta do that.
Gotta check.
So and then the title just, I was like, I don't know, there was just something about, I said there was like a part of my 30s where I felt like I really had my stuff together. Like I was working on Chelsea lately. I started headlining clubs, fighting, like I was doing, things were going really well, but then like my personal life was a little bit off. Yeah. So I just was like, I don't know, just felt this idea of like, you got the top half and the bottom half isn't working out. Like that's sort of why the pants story came in. And then there is an actual
clarification.
And then, there is a story in there
I've said that a couple times, but that's not what it meant.
I took an edible, and because I'm not really a pot person, but I took one, and I thought I was supposed to eat the whole thing, but apparently I wasn't supposed to.
You're like a little halvesy.
Yeah, and my friend was like, "Oh my god!" I said something. He goes, "Where's the rest of that?" And I said, "What do you mean the rest of it?" And he's like, "Oh no, you ate the whole thing." And then I like walked out of my hotel room without pants on, looking for food, and so that's so that story's in there too. I looked down and I was like, luckily nobody saw me somehow, but I went back into my hotel room and looked down and I was like, oh my God, I just walked out with no pants.
Wait a minute. So did you walk out of the room or the actual hotel?
Well, out of the room, but the room, it was like in a casino hotel. So it was one of those, like it opened up to a hallway. Yeah. So luckily, because it was like December in Idaho or something. Yeah. I forget where I was. It was somewhere cold.
Isn't it always fun though when you see it on the date? You're like, oh wow, I'm going to Idaho.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
I'm sure there are some places in Idaho.
This is actually in Iowa. Maybe I forget where I was, honestly. But read the book. You'll find out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good plug.
That's what I'm talking about.
Quick question.
And you also starring on Showtime's hit show Shameless as Lori, and Shameless has just been announced as coming back for an 11th
Congratulations.
and final season. Do you know what your role will be regarding that?
I don't. Because I was on, I did last season, and then I've been on 5 episodes this season. And I'm not positive if they'll have me back or not because I didn't think. Well, no, because I work.
That's why I didn't bring it up.
No, it's not. No, it's in a good way because I work in a restaurant. So in the season that I was in season 9, it's where Carl works there. So I was his boss. So at the end of that season, he quit the job. So I thought, oh, my role's over. Right. But they liked me, so they brought me back and brought his job back for season 10. So in my defense, it was good. They liked me, but I don't know if the restaurant. I'm laughing
about this. Every time he asks a question to one of our guests.
It ends up sad.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about the shameless. Then I thought about it. I said, well, maybe she's
I was trying to craft it in my head. Like,
no, I don't know. I actually don't know. So I don't know, like, because I think.
No, he's not. He's definitely not. Carl's definitely not working at the restaurant anymore. So.
Right. Well, I mean, but he was this season because
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did 5 episodes this season too. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't ask. Hey, that's why I don't ask. Let me get this right. K-Man's trying to tell Sarah.
No, I'm not.
About the she's on. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
You need to catch up.
Hey, that's a drop the mic moment right there.
I am not.
K-Man trying to tell her.
Don't you let me tell you that
about the show.
Don't you let
she's
me.
on.
I was just asking questions.
This is
unbelievable.
Classic. This is classic.
I was just trying to get clarification.
Make sure you say that soundbite, please.
Why am I trying to tell? I'm just asking a question.
I'm not the awkward one.
I like the confidence. Oh no, he's definitely not working there. Oh really?
I know. I watch it. Sarah say, you do? I'm a little bit more. I'm on it.
I was gonna say in the last episode that I saw, he was on.
There you go. Lizzo's telling you.
How can people find you? I mean, you all know you. I mean, you're everywhere. How can people follow you? Catch up with your Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
At Sarah Colonna, at Colonna. On Twitter, at Sarah Colonna 1 on Instagram because some girl got there first. Some girl named Sarah Colonna.
She's a good night. Go check out Final Lady. Hey, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God.
Oh man.